This week, champagne.
Pizza.
And where is the breadbasket?
This is the front page. Welcome to the front page, the show that brings you the top content of the week from the social news website reddit.com. I'm Tyler Slayton.
And I'm Neil Figuracion.
Very excited to be here once again.
Yeah, man. Good times. Show
Yeah.
number 11, I think.
That sounds right.
If we have numbers.
Eventually we won't. We'll do so many of these. It's just like, show 643.
We lost track.
Yeah.
We stopped counting. And...
Or we could renumber. It's like,
we'll
this
reboot.
We could reboot. Start with number 1.
Just like something I bought today was the new issue of Archie Comics, the redesigned, new look written by Mark Waid and drawn by Fiona Staples.
Now, it is like I guess it is sort of a reboot, because...
Entirely a reboot.
I think currently they weren't in high school as it was going on previously. I think they were out of high school.
It depends on what you were reading. So if you're reading like The Married Life, they're way out of high school.
Depending on what you're reading, they're fighting zombies. So.
Right. Also a good Archie book. I do love Afterlife with Archie.
I also picked up the first issue. I liked it a lot because it's drawn by Fiona Staples and she's the best. And Mark Waid is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was never an Archie kid. I mostly picked it up for those two names. So
for the creator's name.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Archie.
No, I picked it up for Archie
Betty
and
and Veronica. Those names, yes.
So I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with it. I think I'll probably pick up at least the next one.
I've been, I would say, a long-term Archie reader. I don't buy every book that hits the shelves. I feel like there's too much. I did buy all of the Married Years, and I loved Afterlife with Archie.
Right.
Which, if you don't know Afterlife with Archie, that's sort of if The Walking Dead took place in Riverdale, and witches and demons would fight all of the Archie kids.
Exactly.
I thought it was very smartly written, very tense. And
the art is great. That's Francavilla. I can't remember his first name.
Yeah, and Roberto Gires.
Yes. But no, that's all. Weird thing about Archie is, like, people will try to relate to me because I'm super into comics, and I'll just be like, "Oh, I like comics," and they'll be like, "Oh, I used to read Archie," and I'll be like, "That's kind of different," but like, I appreciate your effort.
There's sort of a weird stigma on Archie because it really existed out of time. It never. Mildly changed fashions, but they basically kept everything looking the same from the 1970s forward.
Yeah, and then
maybe the 1960s.
Cell phones. And...
yeah, or like the looks, the cut of the jeans would change. Eventually, like, Archie was not wearing that one sweatshirt that he always wore, but like, So I'm curious, and
and Archie is timeless. He's Superman, basically. He'll be around forever. So, all right. But anyway, let's get into format.
We have a format?
This is a weird thing. Funny every time. This is bizarre. And it's fairly topical. It was submitted to the subreddit Funny by Dr. Galactus, and it says, watching Jurassic Park 2 when suddenly... If you remember in Lost World Jurassic Park, there was a character played by Pete Postlethwaite.
I have to say that I've never seen the Lost
You've never
World.
seen it? Okay.
If it's after the first one, I didn't see it.
Okay. It's fine. I don't know. If you're a Vince Vaughn completist, you should watch it. But so
quite an over there.
Pete Postlethwaite plays a big game hunter guy, and he's there basically to hunt dinosaurs. And there's a line in the movie where he says, "I've had too many safaris with rich dentists."
Well, dentists are, at least in the movies, known for their cruelty.
And in real life also.
Yes. Topical.
We don't need to get into why that makes sense, because if you don't know, I don't know where you're getting your news. Because if you're just watching this show,
watching us.
Yeah, you need to.
I just remember Little Shop of Horrors had a dentist in it too.
Yes,
but not hunting like.
No, he didn't kill any lions in that movie, as far as I
intentionally,
remember.
Right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just one of those weird things where I'm sure this person was clearly watching this movie and went, "Wait, what?"
Do dentists still have the highest suicide rate of all the medical professions?
I hope so. No, I don't know. Is that a thing?
I thought so because I thought because of I
I
I
thought it
mean
was
a
air traffic
theory, right?
controllers. Aren't they
Medical professions. What I
All
said.
right.
I couldn't compare that to air traffic controllers, although those guys are pretty stressed too.
Yeah.
Those folks are very stressed.
So I don't know. You threw a fact out there, and now we have no way to back it up.
The internet does not exist for us.
No.
Okay.
We stick. I don't go on the internet. That'd be weird. But yeah, I thought that was super bizarre and very topical. All right.
Dentists and hunting.
This next subject submitted to our picks by Pontius. Oh, it's Pontius Pilate, but I think spelled wrong. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm a dumb guy. It says athletic air raid shelters in Finland, and it's a series of photographs of, I guess there were old air raid shelters that they retrofitted to have like crazy gymnasiums in them.
And a water slide?
A water slide, like this is some sort of common area, a karate gym.
That looks like the dance studio
dojo, if you will.
From Step Up 3D.
Can't say that I've seen it. You haven't seen Jurassic Park 2, but you've seen Step Up 3D.
One of the finest 3D movies ever made.
I'll have to take your word for it.
And I'm a 3D aficionado from the 80s.
A volleyball court?
That's pretty cool.
A skate park?
Okay, that's a lot of cool stuff.
Isn't that... The apocalypse in Finland is going to rock.
Unless it all happens in there.
No, this is where you go and you just like...
But what if there's a zombie
invasion? There's a hockey rink.
That is pretty cool.
Well, it is Finland, so that makes sense.
I mean, it could happen.
But it's basically...
The Archie kids would fight them.
The apocalypse happens and then you're like, well, I guess I'll get really fit now because we have this giant facility.
Yeah, with the jumping pool.
Yeah, the foam pit.
Yeah.
All that. I don't know. I think this is kind of brilliant. I kind of want to go.
A giant fountain, like shower in the middle of the pool.
Yeah, it's a tiny water park that's underground and can survive a bombing.
I want one of those under my house.
The Finnish got it going on. Nokia phones and this. Like, I'm sold.
All right.
Excuse me. All right, next story. This is an athletic story about not being prepared. So submitted to subreddit World News by JJLou080. Rio's waters are so filthy. No one's gonna back me up on that.
I've never been to Rio.
I was hoping you would say, how filthy are they?
Oh, how filthy are they?
All right. They're so filthy that 2016 Olympians risk becoming violently ill and unable to compete. So what happened was, there was an independent test done to the waters in the Olympic and Paralympic venues, and they revealed dangerously high levels of viruses and bacteria from human sewage. I guess it is extreme water pollution is common in Brazil, where most sewage is not treated. Raw waste runs through open air ditches to streams and rivers that feed to the Olympic water sites.
Ew.
So they just whatever goes down your sink or your toilet in Brazil goes through these ditches that you can, like, not even an underground sewer, and then goes into the ocean and all other. So all these Olympic athletes are going to be exposed to basically poison.
I mean, they are the strongest of humans, right?
And
the most powerful.
And apparently Brazil is trying to kill them.
Well, if anyone could survive.
I don't know. How many viruses can one Olympic person take?
All of them?
It said somewhere.
2 or 3?
It said somewhere in this article, like the amount of whatever badness of the water is 120 times what would close down beaches in Southern California.
And they've got syringes and stuff.
Right? Yeah. So I don't know. The Olympics are starting to feel like big events like the Olympics and the World Cups are starting to feel like scams to me. Where they it's become more relevant or obvious in the past few years where it's like they go into these poor countries and tell them like, no, you're going to make a lot of money. Don't worry about fixing the place up. That's fine. But the country doesn't get any money. And the Olympics or the World Cup just takes all
they
of
get
it.
people to come in, I guess. People come into the country.
I mean, someone's making money. It's not the people of Rio de Janeiro,
right,
or any of these other places. But yeah, that's gross. Like, clean your water. If you're gonna have a big party, a big athletic party, clean your water.
What if the Olympics were on the moon?
I'd watch Moon Olympics.
That'd be cool. Like, the records would all break.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all the records would have to have an asterisk next to them that says like on the moon. All right. This one,
Kill my dreams, Tyler.
This is so much fun. This is submitted also to the subreddit, funny, by Improvement Department. It's just titled ChamPAIN, spelled PAIN, and I think this is hysterical. Boom!
That is...
like, 1,000,000 to 1 shot, Doc. Like, couldn't have done it again if you tried.
Yeah, how does that work? Obviously physics.
I'm so upset that this doesn't continue, because I imagine his reaction is, ow, 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 and then tell me someone got that.
Is that a hit in the breadbasket? Is that what they call the breadbasket?
I don't know what the breadbasket is.
You punch someone in the breadbasket.
No, I've heard the term before, but I never realized I actually don't know what that means. I've never watched enough old-timey boxing I haven't seen enough pugilism to know where the breadbasket...
Pugilism and fisticuffs, as they say.
Is the... Can we look at it like Grey's Anatomy and be like, breadbasket?
Where is the... That's like the piece in Old School Operation.
Yeah.
Where he's like, the breadbasket.
Yes. I'm sorry, Mr.
You
Johnson.
have to take out your breadbasket.
You have breadbasket cancer. But yeah.
Now this guy has breadbasket issues.
Yeah, they'll have to remove his breadbasket. I don't really... Also, other than breaking a bottle, I don't know what he's trying to accomplish.
He's trying to christen that triangle.
It's not a ship or anything. It doesn't even look like anything worth breaking champagne on.
Well, and there's like a camera in the back catching it. So
camera in the back. There's some overgrown stuff which makes you think, yeah, this place is not well...
Right, this building doesn't look like it's new.
Yeah.
Maybe he intended this.
So, no, there's no way he intended it, because that is... If he can do that on
demand.
Yeah, he's a superhero.
He's the bullseye in the next Daredevil season on Netflix.
Man. I don't know. I thought
that's pretty killer.
That's one of those things where I'm like, yes, I'm so glad there are...
That he's testing a new propulsion system for rockets.
He's wearing a bow tie. This guy's... As much as he screwed this up, this guy's actually seems kind of cool. I'd chill with this guy. Sadly, I could not find any video of that. I could only find the GIF.
Well, it's downloadable.
Apparently. All right, this next story. This is... Strap in, because I'm about to spin you a yarn. So, this is submitted to the subreddit Today I Learned by XTrico. And there's a much longer title, but I'm just going to read you. Today I learned of Stephen J. Russell. All right. Russell escaped from a Houston prison in 1992 while only a month into his 10-plus year sentence for fraud by impersonating a guard. All right. After 2 years on the run, during which Russell fled to Mexico, Russell returned to the States and was picked up in Philadelphia. By the end of 1995, Russell had been paroled, and by falsifying his resume, got a job as a CFO at a health management organization. During the 4 months he worked there, he stole $800,000.
Zowie.
Yeah. I'm not even halfway through this guy's story, just so you know. Russell was back in jail by the end of 1996. Pending trial and facing a 45-year sentence, his bail was initially set at $900,000. Impersonating a judge, he called the district's clerk's office and reduced his bail amount by to $45,000, and then bailed himself out and fled. 3 days later, he was caught and back in jail. His third escape happened 5 months later when he walked out of the prison's front door again, this time dressed as a doctor. He fled to Mississippi, but was arrested within 10 days. All right. And this is where it gets crazy. Russell's fourth and final escape was his most audacious. He falsified his medical records, lost a huge amount of weight, and faked the symptoms of late-stage AIDS. Then, believing he was about to die, the authorities admitted him to hospice outside of the prison. Next, Russell called the hospice from an internal phone, impersonating a doctor specializing in experimental AIDS treatment. He had himself taken away from the center to take part in a fictitious treatment, and then later declared himself dead.
This guy knows what he's doing,
right?
Or he totally doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, he doesn't because he is back in jail once again.
So not dead after all.
No, he's not dead. I don't think you... Usually when you declare yourself dead, you're not actually dead.
I can't prove it.
Russell's once again behind bars. Because of his track record, he is now kept in what is effectively solitary confinement, serving a 144-year sentence. And I'm reading this, and I'm going, how have I never heard of this? This is an amazing story. This makes Catch Me If You Can look like amateur hour. Why isn't this a movie?
Of course.
Turns out it was.
Yeah.
Okay, have you seen...
Yeah. I did see I Love
Philip Morris?
Yeah.
Okay, you're the only one, because no one saw that movie.
I was playing and I enjoyed it.
I remember it coming out. I don't recall what it was about. I remember Jim Carrey being in it. Jim Carrey plays Stephen Russell.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of wish I'd seen that movie now. As much as I heard it was
still
not.
Find it.
Is it
good? I remember it not being awful.
Because Stephen Russell's seen, he said in this, I've seen parts of it. It seems okay. And I was
like the real thing.
And I was like, wow, if you're in a movie and Jim Carrey's playing you, and you're like, it can't be a good movie. But that is craziness. Like,
that is a nutty story. I feel like this person is just compelled to get out.
Right. Is he portrayed as walking funny in the movie?
I can't remember that.
Due to his massive balls?
I can't remember that.
Because, like, the things he did, like...
Oh, you mean metaphorical balls?
Metaphorical balls. No, he did not have... and nowhere does it list the actual size of his genitalia in this article.
Honestly...
Is that in the behind the scenes that you've seen, like on the DVD or something?
Neither real nor metaphorical balls are referred to in the... I didn't see the DVD.
He did weird stuff about, like... When he impersonated a doctor, he took prison scrubs, like, put them in water with a bunch of ink from magic markers and dyed them green and made them look like doctor's scrubs. And first of all, to think of that, crazy brilliant. To think that's going to work, just plain crazy. And then when it does work, is, like, stupid crazy. I don't... He's... And I haven't... I need to watch...
Is he your new hero?
He is... I don't know if he's my hero. He's my kind of crazy. I think I'll say that. He's either brilliant or just the luckiest man to ever be imprisoned. But yeah, I mean...
A lot luckier than that guy in the Shawshank Redemption.
Like, he was like... Oh, dig through a wall. Like, that makes some sort of sense. Where he's like, I'm going to dig through this wall and then crawl through a tunnel of poop, and then I'm out. This is what it's like. I'm going to dress up in silly outfits, and that's how I'm going to be the Pink Panther.
He's like the Bugs Bunny of getting out of prison.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd watch that movie. Like, if we were, like...
There were a Bugs Bunny Prison Break movie?
It's like Space Jam. Like, Space Jam meets Shawshank. I would watch the hell out of that movie.
Yeah.
All right. This story kind of hit close to my heart, this next one. submitted the subreddit pics by Subby Will or Suby Will. There's only one B. I don't know. Pizza delivery guy stuck in a flooded road, but still saves pizza. A true hero. Now, that's got. I mean, that is a flooded road. That is up to.
That's a road.
Yeah, that is.
That's not
I mean,
just a lake.
Yeah, there's water up to his tires, like that, or covering his tires.
Yeah.
Now, the reason this hits close to home is I used to be a pizza delivery person.
So did I.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For what did you deliver for?
A company that there's a game piece that's two-sided. I don't really.
What?
Like it. Yeah.
For Domino's Pizza?
No, I won't say that name.
Me too, bro.
Yeah. I mean, they'll hire anyone apparently.
Yeah. No, it's. I was definitely overqualified. I was the only pizza delivery boy with a bachelor's degree when I had that.
Yeah, I think I had. That was just before I went to college.
Oh,
like
right.
The summer before.
No,
I went to college.
I lost my job after college, and then I went and I was like, well, I'll do this, I guess.
That's how it works, man.
It's a weird position. Okay, now.
So no video on this, just the image.
Just the image. Can you back me up that you would have been like, fuck this pizza. Like, I ain't saving your
yeah, for me
pepperoni.
It's like if I end up stranded in the water, this will sustain me.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's just gonna sit on his roof and eat the pizza and wait for a helicopter.
No one can tell. I mean, I wouldn't blame the guy for getting stuck in a giant flood. Like the Ark is coming down the water with two animals on it.
It does sort of seem like he should have seen it coming. I don't know how he ended up in this particular situation.
Have you ever driven through flooded lanes? I mean, this looks like this looks like he started on the other side and just about reached.
Could be. I mean, I've definitely driven through and gone like, oh, much deeper than I thought.
Oh, we're taking on water.
So yeah, it's entirely plausible. But yeah, I mean, good on him for saving the. I mean, the
pizzas are one savable thing. Your car less so.
Right, but also
can't carry the car in your pack on your back.
He must be saving it for himself because that pizza ain't ending up in anyone's like home.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He's not so far from the grass.
He's just gonna run it the rest of the way.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, this might be their front yard.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. He'll get to the door and be like, "My car flooded, and I ran here the rest of the way. Here you go." And they'll still be like, "Oh, okay.
It's over 30 minutes.
Here's 10%. Like, here's your awful tip because you're a pizza delivery person."
Well, they don't deserve any respect at all.
Yeah, but I have sympathy for my brother in cardboard. All right. Next story. Submitted to the subreddit "Funny" by Tree Traffic. That's fun. Are you a soccer guy? Sorry, football guy?
I played EA Sports like 1998, I think.
Could have just said no. So you don't watch.
I mean,
football.
The Shaolin version on the movies was very
Shaolin
cool.
soccer rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
you combine it with weird stunts, then yeah, science fiction.
I don't watch football either, and one of the main reasons is because every time I watch, there's a tendency for something similar to this happening. This is my favorite. Like, this guy loves the performance. Gives him a little slow clap. But yeah, I just feel like this is the state of things when I watch. Oh, by the way, this is called Allergic to Elbows, which I thought was really funny. But just a whole bunch of like dudes falling down for no reason.
It's sports.
It's sports, and I realize that there is there's like a strategic advantage to this. To like, faking like that?
Yeah, yeah.
But let's change the sport around so that's not a thing. Like several years ago, they changed the rules of hockey to make the game more watchable. Like, let's change soccer.
How did they change the rules of hockey?
They like changed how like icing works and
like.
Listen, I made a sports analogy before, I can't back it up.
It's gonna go straight over my head.
Well, you shouldn't have asked because I can't back it up either.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you just learned something about it. Like, this is not a
Neither
sports
of us
show.
know sports.
No. But I do know this is.
If there were songs in sports,
there are songs in sports. They play that "Who Let the Dogs Out" song.
I don't mean that kind of song.
They play "We Will Rock You,"
a classic.
They play
The Doctor Who song?
that everybody clap your hands. That one. You don't know that one? Also classic.
Is it like the chicken dance at weddings?
Yeah, it's the sports equivalent of the chicken dance.
All right.
It's that annoying.
All right. That's how I feel about all sports.
All right. Anyway, that was a very dramatic display, but at least he got applause for it. One person was clapping.
The Oscar of sports.
Right. All right. This one is fun. Submitted to the subreddit Pics by Studer Cinema. It was
Wait, school. You sure it's not Stud or Cinema?
Studer Cinema. All one word. Studer Cinema, I think. All right. Let us know if you're out there, Studer.
He's a stud in the ER and he likes movies.
Oh, that's true. You broke it down.
I break everything
down. This is called My School Just Got a Ton of New iMacs with the computer.
Oh,
not like a theater, not a cinema. This is what they did with the boxes. Just built this giant hamster wheel out of
awesome.
What is funny is when I read this, I was like, oh, just like children to play with the box instead of the thing it comes in. But I was like, oh no, 2 grown adults, like some physics teacher and some other dude are.
I'm going to be really bothered that one box right in the middle has the iMac logo upside down compared to the others.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's...
I feel like you have to take that one piece out and put it right back in.
They did not take your OCD into account when they built this giant...
I'm not obsessive. It's just...
No, if you pointed that out, yeah, you're obsessive. I have some bad news for you. I'm diagnosing you right now.
You haven't seen my apartment. All right.
I don't know. I thought, that looks...
It does look fun as hell.
It looks fun and a little bit dangerous, which the most fun things usually are.
You could roll that down a hill and chase some people with it.
I mean, it's made of cardboard. I can't imagine it's too sturdy, but I don't know. I'm a little jealous of the school with all the iMacs and their giant hamster wheel. I think it's held
together with tape.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like they're engineers.
I mean, they engineered that.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I guess enough tape will make something strong. I don't know.
That's a good point. I think that should be the lesson. That should be the title of the episode.
Enough tape.
All right, moving on. This is all submitted to the subreddit Pics by Unpaused. A portable record player made by Sony in 1982. Look at this thing. I am not...
You wear that on your hip?
I mean, you'd have to walk really
steadily.
By
the way, for those of you who are too young, that black object in the middle...
What are you talking about? That's the hotness again.
Is it hot now?
Vinyl? Have you not been to...
I mean, I used to shop at Amoeba in LA, so they had vinyl.
No. Everyone is... It's gone... Okay, this is how far it's gone back around. That's come back to the point where some bands put out their stuff on cassette tape to be hipster and ironic. Which records I can understand, because records, it's better. It's analog, it sounds better. Cassette tapes make no sense whatsoever.
Right.
You have to buy this whole other thing to play it. It doesn't sound good. They get destroyed the more you use them.
That's this thing is like the superhero wristband that shoots records at people.
It's an amazing design. I don't know how functional it is or how good the quality is, but if you saw that in 1982,
I'd want it.
And so and someone was like, "Hey, you know how records usually go this way? Mine go this way."
Oh.
You would have been so popular. I don't know.
It's like a toaster for music.
I don't think it has speakers on it. I think you plug speakers into it.
Maybe. Yeah, I see little 2 jacks at the bottom.
But you will be the coolest person at whatever outdoor party you show up to if you have one of these.
Plus, you could cut...
I think even now you would.
You could cut pizzas with it.
That's true. I mean, and ruin everything in the process. Hey guys, I'm just going to stop the music forever.
No, see, back in the day, they used to call them licorice pizzas.
Was that a term for records?
Yeah. Well, it was a store, a local store.
And they called them licorice pizzas?
Yeah.
That sounds like... I let my 3-year-old name my record store. All right. Last story of the week.
What?
Yeah, I'm afraid it's about that time.
Oh, no, we have a format.
This was submitted to pics also by TGG161. My son wore his Batman rain jacket to a local farm park. This peacock took it as a challenge. I love every element of that title. Like, Batman rain jacket and a peacock took it as a challenge. Like, it's just brilliant where, like...
I want to see the battle to the death.
Oh, I want to see this comic book. I want to see Bat-Kid versus the Peacock. That sounds amazing.
We have to write it.
We do. What was the other idea we came up with?
Today?
Yeah, we came up with another idea. I don't know. Well, I'll look at my own show notes and figure it out. Sometimes.
Okay.
None of them good. But yeah, I thought this was really funny.
That's. I just want to go around challenging peacocks now.
Or
little kids in Batman.
You have to get
rain slickers.
Everybody, someone else. Oh, I have an idea. Someone Photoshop like the Riddler's hat on the peacock, or like the Joker makeup.
The penguins.
Oh, there you go. I want a monocle and one of those cigars in or cigarette in the things,
and the umbrella.
And the umbrella on this peacock. The peacock could have been like a 70s Batman villain.
Totally.
That I bet there is. I bet there's a comic book character called the Peacock.
Well, the 70s was when it was getting dark again. After the 60s.
I mean, stuff. Yeah, but before like Neil Adams, it was way more comic talk than I expected on the show. But before Neil Adams, it was still
comics,
like,
man, you gotta.
Yeah, it was
that's
still.
That's why they exist, is for us to have conversations about obscure things.
This is true. This is why we have this little internet show. And speaking of this little internet show, that's gonna do it for us.
What?
Sorry, man. I don't want to go either.
Right.
You had a little thing you wanted to talk about.
Oh yes. Let's plug my Indiegogo campaign.
Let's.
The Spectacle Spectacular is the show that I'm directing. It opens this Sunday at MCL Chicago, and in order to keep me from starving, and make sure that all of the people that I'm working with get paid, I'm hosting an Indiegogo campaign. So go to Indiegogo.com and search Spectacle Spectacular and throw down $5 or $10 or $500, whichever range works for you. That will help keep my bills paid, and by that I mean people that are working for me that have been very kind and deserve more than my respect, which they already have, and more than the money straight out of my pocket. We got to support the arts, is basically what I'm saying.
Right on. Yes, definitely do all that business. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, all that business. I'm Tyler Slayton.
I'm Neil Figuracion.
We will see you next time on the front page.